Queensland was good, and the favourite Gameen at 3-1.
Deeper out on the track is Gameen. Then came Bassie's Pride, and over on the inside, Miss Uvana. Down with 300 metres to go, and Truzan is in the lead, but here comes A Little Kiss. Streaming down the outside, A Little Kiss, the vigour of Dittman, getting her to the lead now with 150 to go. A Little Kiss straight up, got to the lead. Coming after it, Silver Eskimo, but A Little Kiss in front, and she wins the money, Silver Eskimo.
So the Tommy Smith trained A Little Kiss home at 7-2, ahead of number 18, Silver Eskimo, at 16-1. Number 8, Gameen, the favourite, at 3-1, coming in third. Now to race 5, the $200,000 Ansett Cup.
Rise and Shine, and here comes From the Planet, grabbing them all. From the Planet up on the outside to go to the lead with 100 to go. In front of, over on the inside, Rise and Shine. Here's Rechabite flashing home. From the Planet's in front. Rechabite's getting to him with every stride. Rechabite goes home too well. Rechabite beat From the...
Rechabite home at 6-1. From the Planet second at 7-1, with Planet Ruler third at 12-1. Unplaced favourite Barossa Boy. Now to race 6, the Sire Produce Stakes.
Carrioy, Dancer's Joy third on the inside, then King Routire, Marine Drive making up plenty of ground. Inside the 200, Lycra's the leader. He slaps her up a little bit. He's got her under the whip and she's clear. She's 2 in front. On the extreme outside, the Guida's flying home now. The Guida going home right over the top of her. The Guida beat...
A great finish down the outside by the Guida at 7-2 to pip the favourite, number 15, Lycra, at 2-1. Third place to Somalia at 9-2. Last night's French Open action saw one Aussie eliminated and another progress to the 4th round. 20-year-old Victoria Nicole Provis.
At Eagle Farm in Brisbane this afternoon was the O'Shea Stakes, which featured the AJC Derby winner Dr. Grace and Victoria Derby winner Stylish Century. The 2,400-metre race is the lead-up to next week's Queensland Derby. Let's go to the closing stages.
Shazora's moved up to head him off, and Shazora's exploded away from them. Stylish Century under pressure. Now Dr. Grace getting into the clear, coming after Shazora. Go Timmy's boxing on gamely. King Aussie on the outside. Shazora in front, 200 metres to go. Dr. Grace can't get her at the moment. Shazora a length and a half in front of Dr. Grace. Chill Factor flying home at the end. Shazora's in front, drawing to the line, and Shazora beat Chill Factor. Dr. Grace third.
Shazora grabbed Stylish Century at the top of the straight and held on to beat the fast-finishing Chill Factor with the margins 1 1/4 lengths by a long neck. Well, the North Melbourne Giants cemented their place on the top of the NBL ladder last night in a nail-biter with the Brisbane Bullets at the Glasshouse. And in Geelong, the Supercats relegated the Newcastle Falcons to the bottom of the table, winning their 3rd match of the season by 15 points. For the Giants, though, it was much closer.
Both sides went into this match with...
Darren Gauchi's good recent form continued in Brisbane today with another big win on Victorian colt Rechabite in the Ansett Cup. The colt came from a hopeless place to record a stunning win.
From the Planet up on the outside to go to the lead with 100 to go. In front of, over on the inside, Rise and Shine. Here's Rechabite flashing home. From the Planet's in front. Rechabite's getting to him with every stride. Rechabite goes home too well. Rechabite beat From the Planet. Planet Ruler flew more than likely.
The Tommy Hughes trained Rechabite at 6-1, now really hitting the form that he'd always promised. A day that tested punters at Sandown, only one favourite successful, and Christine Reeve became the first woman to ride a steeplechase winner in town on Silver Peak. It was the first on the program. It got the money backed in from 25s to 16-1 to beat Palomine and Lapsang. Royal Link fought back and then survived a protest to win race 2 at 4-1 over Aspect Star and Sonic Express. The third went to Spend a Dollar. This was a mighty effort to lead all the way at 11-2 in the hurdle. First of our replays, Grey Man the favourite.
Clear of Western Sovereign Ascol Boy. Grey Man upsides now and takes the lead from Printer's Choice. He's drawing clear, and Grey Man is going on for a comfortable win. Grey Man wins by 2 lengths to Printer's Choice. Third placing Braquila just in front of us.
It was apprentice Peter Carmichael's 30th win in town, the only favourite to win Grey Man in race number 4. Now Marabou's Phantom.
The pressure not going on at the 200-metre mark, and Bronze Knight upsides with Edward Mack. They're fighting it out clear of Marabou's Phantom. Bronze Knight and Edward Mack with Marabou's Phantom finishing powerfully. Bronze Knight put his nose in front. Marabou's Phantom grabs him, and Marabou's Phantom drew clear 1 a neck to Bronze Knight. 3/4 to Edward Mack third. And then
Marabou's Phantom at 13-2 over Bronze Knight, also 13-2. Edward Mack was third at 7-2. Stayers were next.
Reasonable and Reputed on the outside. It's Darrow King and Sharp As from Reputed closing now. Darrow King took the lead, but Reputed over the top of him. Reputed takes the lead, and Reputed, too good for them, beats Darrow King 3/4. Sharp As is third, and then...
And it was Reputed at 6-1, a deserved win and a good training effort by Tony Vassell. And the upsets continued in race 7.
Finishing along the rails, and then came Triplicity, but Hot Set and Silver Craigie. Silver Craigie and Hot Set, there's nothing between the pair, and then Chevelle Cavalier. Silver Craigie pokes his nose in front, right on the line, and just won, I think, Silver Craigie from Hot Set. Chevelle Cavalier's run third, and again...
Silver Craigie at 9-1. Mamdouh Darkiz piloting him to a narrow win. Also had to survive a protest today. Hot Set second at 12. Chevelle Cavalier was third at 5-1. And the final event on the program was taken by Makeup Lady. This is a three-way finish with the three of them coming right down the outside. Been a bit of a professional place getter, but she finally broke through today at 14s over Natural Wonder, and Caviar missed third at 40-1. Daily double today at Sandown. 4 Marabou's Phantom and 11 Silver Craigie, 44.05. The extra 2 Royal Lincoln 2 Grey Man paid $9.30. The quadrella for 2, 4, 1 and 8, $1,076.05. And there's the quad extra for 4, 1, 11 and 9, a good dividend of $5,738.95. Glen Huntley runner Julian Painter today took out the annual 10K Road Championship around Caulfield Racecourse.
Well, I was a bit excited there. I'm giving John Alexander all the wrong information. Plays of the month coming up very shortly, but firstly, it's racing. And it was a very big day at Eagle Farm in Brisbane. 2 Group 1 races contested and 2 Group 2 events. Firstly, to the Group 1s. The Sires Produce went to a very promising 2-year-old called the Guida, trained in Victoria. And the Oaks, Mick Dittman, at his very best on the Tommy Smith trained A Little Kiss.
Right through the racing world, Oaks Day is traditionally Ladies' Day, and a rare week of sunny skies in Brisbane lured the ladies in their finery to Eagle Farm in force yesterday afternoon. But the punters were all toasting champion jockey Mick Dittman after the race. He's been in superb form right through the carnival. Yesterday was no exception as he stole a winning break on the Tommy Smith trained A Little Kiss.
Now A Little Kiss is pulled to the extreme outside. Dittman really starting to wind her up. She's after this leader, Truzan. Boy, look at her go. Mick's gone for the whip on her, and A Little Kiss exploded away from them. Little Kiss a length and a half in front of Truzan, then Silver Eskimo. But a great performance, and A Little Kiss has won the Oaks from Silver Eskimo and Gamine third.
It was valuable consolation for A Little Kiss. She's been oh so close to the big money in a string of major races to have a Group 1 trophy on the mantelpiece made up for the disappointments.
She's actually been a bit unlucky. Like she was well and truly beaten in the Victorian Oaks, and they were too good for her down there. But in the AJC Oaks, she only needed an ounce luck to be able to get home, in my opinion. So you know, she's had a crack at a few decent races and hasn't had any luck in them. And today was her day.
And there was a shock before the other Group 1 event yesterday, the Sires Produce. Hot favourite Triscay was a late scratching. That made bookies post the John Wheeler-trained Kiwi, Lycra, as favourite.
Dancer's Joy third on the inside, then King Routire, Marine Drive making up plenty of ground. Inside the 200, Lycra's the leader. He slaps her up a little bit. He's got her under the whip and she's clear. She's 2 in front. On the extreme outside, the Guida's flying home now. The Guida going home right over the top of her. The Guida beat Lycra.
It was Darren Gauchi's second big race win of the afternoon and was a tribute to the Guida's stamina. His previous 3 starts had been at Bendigo, Flemington and then Morfordville.
They've had their races well spaced and they've had time to get over their trip and their race, and that's why they both performed very well today.
I suppose the Guida helped by the late scratching of Triscay.
Yes, well it did. You know, she was an early favourite and she would have been very hard to beat.
Triscay scratch there. It looks like she'll run in the big 2-year-old race on the Queen's birthday. The Guida, well, he was third in Adelaide at his last start. The horse that ran second has won twice since Barberia, and the horse that won the race, Shushy Rocket, could be a force in the spring. The other 2 big races yesterday, the O'Shea Stakes, an excellent weight for age race, guide to the Brisbane Cup. The Ansett Cup was the other big race. Rechabite, Darren Gauchi again successful, now a big chance in the Stradbroke.
Finding a favourite for the Ansett Cup was a difficult task in this class field, but the bookies did gamble on the 1,200-metre journey being a touch short for local star Planet Ruler. They were right, but only just.
Barossa Boy, plenty of chances, 200 metres out from the Planet, swept up to them on the outside, race to the front from Rise and Shine, then Alpine Flyer and Rechabite making up plenty of ground. It's from the Planet in front, look at Rechabite. Rechabite's flying on the outside, Rechabite grabbed from the Planet and beat him. Rechabite first from the Planet second, Planet Planet Ruler third.
Planet Ruler has now been installed as 5-1 favourite for the Stradbroke, and there are those who believe the locally trained 5-year-old is unbeatable. Jockey Brian York is doing nothing to dull that confidence.
He's a horse that needs to find his feet early these days. As he's getting older, he's probably lost a bit of his dash early, and he needs a bit of room to get home.
Now, in the Stradbroke field, can he afford to be back as far as he was today?
No, he wouldn't want to be, and I don't think he will be either, because if he draws a little bit better than he did today, he couldn't have drawn much worse than 18 early, and the extra furlong of the Stradbroke, he should be able to get a little bit closer, and if he draws a bit better, he should be able to get a couple of lengths closer that way too.
Would you like to be on anything else in the race?
Certainly not.
And there was a boil over in the $100,000 O'Shea Stakes. This was to be a match-up of champion 3-year-olds, Dr. Grace and Stylish Century. Dr. Grace had the support of most punters. They were all surprised.
On Gamely, King Aussie on the outside. Shazora in front, 200 metres to go. Dr. Grace can't get her at the moment. Shazora a length and a half in front of Dr. Grace. Chill Factor flying home at the end. Shazora's in front, drawing to the line, and Shazora beat Chill Factor.
Kiwi trainer Errol Skelton is making a habit of grabbing some good Aussie spending money. Shazora, although starting at 25-1, was the Grafton Cup winner last year and possibly deserved more respect in this field.
Well, I had to have doubts. It's a weight for age, only a tiny filly, 57 on her back, and she won up to 2-2, but she had to get a mile and a half. She had to get 2-4, but she's done exceptionally well since she's been here, so I thought, I was looking for a place anyway.
So some interesting racing there in Brisbane yesterday. Unfortunately, Stylish Century looks to be really struggling. I don't know why Connections keep on racing that top 3-year-old. He was running in January, he's still going, and he needs a spell. He'll probably go around in the Derby next week and will probably win, and I'll be proven incorrect, but I'd have him out in the paddock. Still on racing, Australia's currently hosting the World Jumping Jockeys Championship. Now, it's not jockeys jumping up and down on the spot, rather it's the bringing together of the world's best jumps riders for a series of races around the country. Well, the competition kicked off yesterday at Cheltenham in Adelaide, and following the completion of the first 2 races, the popular Irishman Conor O'Dwyer leads. So Ireland was 16, you can see from all around the world: Sweden, France, Germany, Australia, England, Japan and the United States. Interestingly, O'Dwyer is the series leader even though he didn't win a race.
Even though conversation is limited between this group of international jockeys, they do speak a common language on the racetrack. After all, they are the best jumpsmen in the business. Race 1 of the series was a 3,000-metre hurdle over 13 jumps, and Swede Tony Frick rode a fine race to take maximum points.
Sunny Toy's coming again at rare finish. Here's a go. Here's the last hurdle. Sunny Toy out jump rare finish. She got about a length in front. She's starting to come away now for the Swedish rider, and Tony Frick getting plenty out of the mare, and Sunny Toy does a good job to win by nearly 3 lengths. Second placing rare finish.
In the second event, the steeplechase, Camden Poacher and Platini staged a marvellous battle down the straight.
But it's Camden Poacher gradually wearing down Platini. Here they come to the last one, nothing between them. Oh, Platini's down. Platini made a mess of the last. He's come to grief. And now this leaves Camden Poacher well clear. Camden Poacher goes on to score. In second placing, 25 lengths
Both
away.
horse and jockey Trevor Pudney walked away unharmed. The series now moves to various other venues around Australia, climaxing at Flemington on June 11. Peter Overton reporting for Sports World.
So that's the latest racing news. Brisbane, the hotbed at the moment. Next Saturday, Derby Day, Stradbroke, and then on Monday, Brisbane Cup and the international jockeys all around Australia. We take a break. Plays of the month coming up.
Punters Champ is limbering up to tip us a few winners. It's good afternoon to Kenny Callender.
Thanks very much, Maxie. Well, a great day here at Rosehill again, and all we need to make it even greater is 4 winners. I'll do my best. As usual, the last 4 races live on the wide world of sports, and you stay tuned for all the action. In race 5, I like TAB number 7, Relentless. An easy winner last start at Warwick Farm. He loves wet tracks. The track today will be sort of dead to slow, but that'll all be in his favour. I think Relentless will be very hard to beat, and he'll be ridden by young Sean Campton, the apprentice of the moment. In race 6, a hard race, there's probably 10 chances in this race, but I've decided on number 2, Tiffany Blue. A winner and a second at her last 2 runs. She's on the way up, and a lot of the others in the race, well, I think they've all reached their peaks. They're never going to amount to a lot. Number 2, Tiffany Blue in race 6. In race 7, now there's a very big tip for this horse, number 11, Marsden Park. He hails from New Zealand. He's by the champion sire Sir Tristram, and I've got pretty good mail about him. A good second last start in New Zealand, and I think he might chalk up number 1 here at Rose Hill. And the lucky last, this is the lucky last, one of the best bets of the day from Canberra, number 2, Falling Peak. If you're doing your money, Max, you be on him. Good luck, good punting.
Well, Kenny only picked up one, I think, last week, and they're all good tips, cannot lose. But we'll have all that live action from Rose Hill, plus a whole lot more right here this afternoon. And take a look at this.
Smelling salts, slip in the mouthguard, slap on the liniment, as we head for the football fields near and far for another episode of Footy Follies. And keep an eye out for the clash from Papua New Guinea Highlands, where a high-flying pom comes to earth with a thud. Week after week, it doesn't get any easier for rugby league's fullbacks.
For Charlie Saab, they go up north, they've got it! Suburb side, Portlock will bomb. Barwick is there, up he goes, takes it magnificently.
It's just as tough in AFL, taking a mark.
His body into the square, and nearly is out. Low.
Ends up with Matura. Matura, oh, Lyon takes a beauty at centre half full.
Now get ready to duck. Here are the hits of the week. First, a face full of fist.
I think we're going to hear a bit more about that one.
Now, the crunching body tackles.
Oh, Kelly Egan.
Blair cleaned up. Russell read it perfectly. Chris Walsh hit very heavily by Jackson.
The biggest blunder of the week. How about no pass Stevie Morris with the line wide open?
Dummy and support. Shepherd's outside. He didn't pass it. He should have. He had 2 men on his right.
The face of the beaten and battered East coach Russell Fairfax. Pass of the week, Illawarra's Ian Russell to Grant Rodwell.
Spreading it wide, Russell puts Rodwell in the lead. Oh, beautiful ball from Russell, and Rodwell straight into the space, in the slot and over for the try.
Now direct from the great footy circus, the week's best juggling acts.
Kick gives Satori a chance. One hand juggle, got it.
Mortimer for Walker over the top.
Izzard taps it ahead. Is that a deliberate knock on? Izzard tapped it forward deliberately. He knocked it in the air. He's got a smile. He's got a try.
Yes, winners are grinners. Now it's time, though, to catch up with some of the events in train on a great sporting afternoon.
Warren now at Sydney's Rose Hill for race 5. Ray, what sort of day?
Well, it's a beautiful day, George. There's quite a strong breeze blowing, which is improving the track race by race. There's hardly a cloud in the sky, and with the breeze, there's very little smog or anything like that around, and it's a good day to be alive. In fact, Ken Callender made the comment earlier. He was quite happy that he woke up this morning. Talking of Ken, he's tipped Relentless to win this first event for Wide World of Sports, and here he is.
Thanks, Raymond. Yep, I've tipped Relentless, and he's at a reasonable price on the tote end with the bookmakers. Let's look at those prices. Number 1, LA Streak, well in commission in the betting ring, into 9-2 on the tote. Hot Zephyr from Canberra's a 12-1 chance. Autumn Dew, 3-1 on the tote, much better with bookies. Thrifty Reserve, TAB number 4 at 9-2. Capillis at 9-1. Dream Faith at 30-1. My tip Relentless, showing almost 7s, but I think he'll come in a little. We'll say 6-1. Track Record and Raw Reel are both scratched. 11-1 Party Mood. 10-1 Generous Prince. Prince Invader was scratched. Bo Terenica is at 50-1. Classic Hand at 20-1. Major Edition, the third of the Ray Guy runners, is at 66-1. We've got time to have a look at the Queensland Oaks. It was a run about 8 or 9 minutes ago. Watch Mick Dittman on a little kiss.
Shadow Wave. They come around the home turn, 450 metres to go. Truzan in front. Pharos Queen is off the rails at exactly the right time. She's coming after the leader. Jewel Treasures is a length away third. Gamine under pressure. Bassie's Pride, and now a little kiss is pulled to the extreme outside. Dittman really starting to wind her up. She's after this leader, Truzan. Boy, look at her go. Mick's gone for the whip on her, and a little kiss exploded away from them. Little kiss a length and a half in front of Truzan. Then Silver Eskimo, but a great performance, and a little kiss has won the Oaks from Silver Eskimo and Gamine third. Then
Yes, it was a great win by a little kiss. Those colours have saluted here at Rose Hill today earlier, and a punishing ride by the enforcer Mick Dittman. Major Edition has gone up, so it appears. The line is completed. Waiting for the jump in the Pacific Hi-Fi. Classic Hand is the rails runner.
letting them go, they straighten up.
Starter not happy with one or two of them. Racing this time, a perfect dispatch for the starter. Autumn Dew towards the inside, one of the early leaders, with Relentless going quickly, and as too is Hot Zephyr going up fast outside the leaders. Dream Faith is settling fourth off the track. Beau Tyrannica in advance of Thrifty Reserve and then Classic Hand. Party Mood was next, and Cupillus must be 5 or 6 deep. Major Edition is back there with Generous Prince and about 4 lengths to LA Streak. At the 800 coming down the side, Relentless leads by a neck to Beau Tyrannica, 2 Hot Zephyr and 1 on the outside, Thrifty Reserve in advance of Autumn Dew. They're followed by Dream Faith and Party Mood improving around the outside, Classic Hand on the fence. Then coming in behind them, Major Edition from Generous Prince, well back in the field with Cupillus, and LA Streak is giving them a big start. At the 450 on the point of the turn, it's Relentless in front of Beau Tyrannica, Hot Zephyr third, then Autumn Dew. Thrifty Reserve is coming with a big run down the outside, as is Party Mood. Relentless challenged now by Hot Zephyr the centre, but Thrifty Reserve had swept up on the outside to claim the lead at the 200. Generous Prince is getting a rails run. Here's a great battle. Thrifty Reserve out wide. Autumn Dew in the centre. Over on the fence is Generous Prince and Party Mood between them. Autumn Dew and Party Mood going to the line with Party Mood. Party Mood doing the better to get the prize from Autumn Dew. Thrifty Reserve wide out is third. Generous Prince has missed the placing. Then LA Streak from Classic Hand, and further back in the field was Hot Zephyr, Relentless, and then Major Edition. Well back Dream Faith, Beau Tyrannica, and Cupillus was last home. Little doubt you'll find this photo will go to Tulloch Lodge and to Party Mood, ridden by Matthew Provato. In the white with the blue chevrons, green sleeves, a punishing finish. Party Mood grabs Autumn Dew and gets up to win, paying $11 even and $3.50. Autumn Dew second, number 3, to pay 2 even, and you'll probably find Thrifty Reserve number 4 at 2.10 will get third. Yes, Ken?
Yeah, if my mathematics were right, Ray, Bart Cummings led Tommy Smith by 6.5 wins before that race. Here's runner Autumn Dew looked home in the green and white corded cap, but Party Mood, the horse that probably most punters thought needed a longer distance, gave Matty Provato his first win back since resuming from suspension. He's won by about a neck from Autumn Dew, and as Ray called it, Thrifty Reserve down the outside has just beaten Generous Prince. Several punters here today seem to think that punters over on the horses on the rails are a little bit disadvantaged. I'm not too sure, but it is significant they come down the outside again, Ray. But we'll have a look at next when we see the Stayers Cup, race 6 on the Wide World of Sports.
Race 5, the Pacific Hi-Fi at Rosehill. Correct numbers 10, 3 and 4, as you can see there. Party Mood, 11.60 and 3.30. Autumn Dew second, number 3, $2. And third home, number 4, Thrifty Reserve, paying $2.10. Kenny Callender has a tip for Sydney Race 6. It's number 2, Tiffany Blue. AFL, 4 matches being played.
Certainly is, George. I'm a little bit pleased they dismissed the other charges, because he was interviewed very much after the full-time siren, and he was obviously fairly hot under the collar. You can't excuse him for the other matter upon which he's been fined, but it is very big news as we take you down to Ken now with the updated market on the 2WS Stayers Cup.
They'd have to throw me in the caboose if they fined me $5,000 the way I'm going here today, Ray. I couldn't pay them. Anyway, might be success here with Tiffany Hill. She's at good odds. Let's have a look at the prices. Number 1, Gully Gaskins, is at 7-1. Tiffany Blue is at 8-1 on the tote, actually $9.40, so she's a little bit better than 8-1. Garner is at 12-1, Tristique at 20-1. Number 5's favourite on the tote, Prototype, $4.60 for $1, close enough to 7-2. Semstar is at 8-1, out to 9-1 now. Frosted is also at 9-1. Lead Me On, it's well in commission in the betting ring. TAB number 8 is just firming a little, just over 6-1. 10-1 Stack the Deck, a good second last week. Constitution Hill from New Zealand, TAB number 10, is getting out a little bit now, 6-1. 40-1 Chrysidium out to 50-1. Copper Gnome out from 66s to 80s, and 100-1 or just a little bit over is Roman Seal. My tip is Tiffany Blue, but before we see her strut of paces, let's have a look at race 5 in Brisbane, the Ansett Cup.
100 metres out, and the leader Festal joins Royal Handout. Rise and Shine just behind them. Alpine Flyer, Rechabite to the outside. From the Planet's coming with a great run, and then Barossa Boy, plenty of chances. 200 metres out. From the Planet, swept up to them on the outside. Race to the front from Rise and Shine. Then Alpine Flyer and Rechabite making up plenty of ground. It's From the Planet in front. Look at Rechabite. Rechabite's flying on the outside. Rechabite grabbed From the Planet and beat him. Rechabite first, From the Planet second. Planet Ruler third.
Really fantastic performance there by the winner Rechabite, and an equally top performance by Planet Ruler in running third, and I do think From the Planet will derive great benefit from today's race. Now Prototype is to come up. Constitution Hill will be the last one. Almost ready now. This is the Stayers Cup, sponsored by 2WS. Starters ready. Copper Gnome giving a bit of trouble together with Tiffany Blue. They're racing. Frosted off the inside began well. Tristique may have missed it fractionally. Semstar came out nicely, as did Tiffany Blue and Copper Gnome. Stack the Deck is coming down the centre of the track in advance of Prototype. Lead Me On, Roman Seal out wide with Galley Gaskins and Constitution Hill. In fact, about 6 across the track at the winning post the first time. Roman Seal on the inside is going to take them out of the stretch the first time in advance of Constitution Hill. Getting to third out deep is Galley Gaskins in advance of Copper Gnome, nestled on the inside of Stack the Deck. Then Tiffany Blue on the inside of Prototype, and Lead Me On is out 3 deep. Behind them a line of 3, Semstar, Garner, and out very deep Crucidium. Tristique has got back to second last and Frosted last. Along the side of the track now, 1700 left before them. It's Roman Seal in front by a little over a length on Constitution Hill. Copper Gnome is third, racing on the inside of Galley Gaskins, and they're followed by Tiffany Blue and Stack the Deck racing together. Lead Me On's had no luck. It's out 3 deep and working hard from Prototype, Semstar, Garner. Tristique is well back in proceedings as they go along the back of the track, and Frosted is tailed off last with Crucidium about second last. At the refinery side of the track now with about 1100 left to travel. And the leader here, Roman Seal, 3/4 Constitution Hill. Galley Gaskins third, covering up Copper Gnome on the inside, a length and a half to Tiffany Blue. There's one outside that horse, the colours totally shut away, and they're followed further back in the field. Going up that horse was Stack the Deck. Lead Me On is next. Crucidium is starting a run from the tail of the field, and then Prototype, Semstar, Garner, Tristique. And Frosted is a distant last and under the whip. Down the side of the track with about 800 left to go now. And still the leader, Constitution Hill, being pressured the outside by Galley Gaskins, though. A length and a half to Stack the Deck. Tiffany Blue and Roman Seal in a line of 3 and being joined out 4 deep by Garner. Lead Me On is trying to go with them, followed by Prototype looking for a run. Tristique is putting itself into the picture, followed by Semstar, hard ridden. Now Frosted's getting a go on. Copper Gnome has called it an afternoon, and Crucidium has gone back to last on the point of the turn. A little over 400 to go, and Galley Gaskins after Constitution Hill. Here's Stack the Deck, and now Tristique coming into the picture. Tristique out wide with Stack the Deck. They went to the lead simultaneously. It's Tristique on the outside, getting about a long neck in front of Stack the Deck, who's fighting back. They're clear of Prototype, coming into it late from Lead Me On. Tristique on the outside, Stack the Deck the inner. They ran in a fraction. Prototype coming at them with Lead Me On. But Tristique takes out the 2WS Stayers Cup. Prototype got second, Stack the Deck third. Then came Lead Me On, a tough run, followed by Semstar, Garner, Frosted, Tiffany Blue, Roman Seal, then Galley Gaskins and Constitution Hill, and Copper Gnome and Crucidium just getting home. Little doubt about the winner of the Stayers Cup, Tristique, ridden by Craig Carmody, by Sir Tristram out of Verbeek, raced by the Capricorn Park Stud Syndicate and the trainer KJ Callahorn at Yass in New South Wales. The winner, Tristique, to pay $8.60 and $2.60, came in the straight. He had to stop riding. As you can see, he was on one rein. I'm sure it made no difference to the result. Second will be Prototype number 5 to pay $2.20, and Stack the Deck number 9 for third to pay $3.80, Ken Callender.
Too good, Ray. Tristique, well ridden by Craig Carmody, who's good at distance races. Tristique clear here. Prototype in the orange cap, getting to second over Stack the Deck. And in fourth place there was Lead Me On. But all honours with the winner, Tristique. That was the story of race 6. We'll be back shortly with more on the wide world of sports.
All right, I got my eye Dudley Moore.
Results and also New South Wales TAB dividends for Sydney Race 6, the 2WS Stayers Cup run over 2,400 metres. The correct numbers 4, 5 and 9. Tristique first, $8.60 and $2.60. Prototype second, $2.20. And Stack the Deck third, $3.80. Ken Callender has a tip. It's